Okay. Okay, so we are live. So hello everybody, Saladok here, and today we are going to continue Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So yeah, we were at the start of day 2. Um, let's see, February 23. Um, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of lake, about to reach the surface? No matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn the trail around, right? Only our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant to tell the truth. Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was young, and at least. Sir Marshall, thought I'd come take a look see at how the trail's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. I've had to sleep out there. What is going on over there anyway? All the police have seen those last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you get enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Mr. Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. He wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say? No, don't touch it off. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. So with that day too, she was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, it was in it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Yeah, that's strange. So Mr. wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you're gonna grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you're just gonna let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's Texas, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Away! February 23, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Okay. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Hedgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That throat, bro! Just grinding. I know. No, that's not him talking. Okay, that's the judge. That throat, bro, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened to Mr. Hedgeworth. Yeah, me too. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with the trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! What? It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me? Knock knock? Who's there? What? What's with this guy? Strange Saphira seems to be filling the courtroom. Uh-huh. Hey, temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. What? Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry I'm late, Haji. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Haji? How you been? Swim much this day? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, swim busy. Haji, my boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Haji, his nickname for the judge. Yes, I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Wright the attorney. I heard good things about you, son. Huh? Thanks. So sorry about our little Worthy giving you all that trouble, huh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Surely. Little Worthy. Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? The top ranking police officer in the entire district. James Gaunt, Damon Gaunt. Pleased to meet you, everyone. Okay. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been about 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So this star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. A little Worthy's car, no less. Mm-hmm. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. What? Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Hedgeworth? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigator has this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear you excusing. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Mm-hmm. Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of his investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair! On the day of the crime, I had you head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel, but you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. Okay, that gun really seems like an asshole. He really seems like an asshole. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Hedgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder isn't like you, Mr. Hedgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Would you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch, and if I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Okay. Game, I know what I have to do. You don't need to do it for me. Ah, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife added to the court record. Found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the action of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem, not even a little one. Really? Okay. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here, unless there is evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess! The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Not officially linked to this here case. We can't talk much about it. Eh? There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's such information, Oji. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection!
Wait a second! You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Yeah. Two murders at exactly the same time? That seems really strange. Order! Anyway, we at the department were all flustered. As you might well assume, we're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? There is people in this courtroom. What the fuck are you expecting to happen? I think we understand the police department's situation. Okay. Well, Mr. Wright, two detectives killed at the same time in two different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your question focused on the case at hand. Yeah? Okay. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me. Special? Have to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goldman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there is a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Turns that thing the knife to Detective Goodman. Oh, I see. That must be the thing on the tag that must be the same thing that was written on on um, on on that. That's the same. I think uh, six 675. Yeah, that's the same. Okay. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had been stamped all this time. So, how were things down at the department? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, right to my boy? Sharp, hungry. So something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? What? No matter, I understand. You were busy. What with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess! On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Haji? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there is still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto? I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here is the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. So we already know when the victim died. It was at 5:15, exactly the same time. So, where the victim was found, we also know that it was at the police department. So how the victim was killed? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. Was what we in the first call a stabbing with a knife. Knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? 5:15? But that's when Detective Goldman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I say there is a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Grant, please tell us more about the incident. Not officially linked to this case, so I cannot talk much about it. How can you say there is no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, right? Oh, you understand? Right to understand, right? Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of it. Detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. Yeah. Yes, there is evidence to prove a connection. So, let's see. First, I'll check it and then I'll present the paper. Let's see. There is a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. Tier 6, maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Yeah, something else? No. Let's check the piece of paper. There. Okay, so... Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest to goodness objection. This knife... this has to do something to... This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest to goodness, what do you mean from Hergy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What is 6 minus 7s to 12 2? Your Honor, it's upside down. That printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. That's nice. That's the same thing that is written on the knife tag. Order! Well, Chief? Oh well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto? I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Oh. So this knife was stolen? Yeah, but on the day of the murder. Was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, little Worsey. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence for a case, from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. It was found in the exhaust pipe of Petro's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Okay. Detective was killed. Time of the crime. So yeah, I guess I'll press. The same day. Yeah. Surprising. Melos was. Well, there was a suspect, but there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. But maybe it can be more precise, like exactly where it was found in the police department. Tell me where. Okay, well, I can speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Okay, evidence room? Wait a second, I have heard of that. Evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Yeah? There is a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get John to testify about the details. Not officially, okay. Mhm. Okay, so maybe I have to do that. The witness statement. So no. Hmm. Okay, I'll continue to press and see the last one. So when? So when did the murder at the police department occur? Now that's a sharp question, righto? Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Time of the crime? Yeah. Um. Hmm. Huh. Huh. Detective were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And at night. What? What was he doing there? Better check this knife out. Hmm? But I have checked it already. What? I have nothing more to do. Um, Knife, what evidence? Bad day, we're on shape. What here? Mm-hmm. I think I have to press on that and find something in. Mm, I think I have something to do that. Tell me where was the victim found. I can speak on where a corpse was found, but I can see the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Yeah. I can't present anything for now, so evidence room. Wait a second, I have heard of that. Evidence room. He mentioned that in his testimony just now. Yeah, knife was evidence. Was stolen from the department's evidence room. There is a connection between the two cases. I'm happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? You just got handed our ticket to go to town in this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gunn to testify about the details. And how do we do that? I don't understand. I really don't understand what am I supposed to do here. Like, what can I present to make something happen? Bad day for the knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Yeah. That day for the department, we were in an investigation. Yeah. It was clear that the police department was a mess. Time of the crime, 5:15. Yeah. Chief, the defense proposition is simply this. The connection between these cases has already been proven. Okay, you don't say? Well, out with it, Wright-O. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. As mentioned, the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Okay. You do make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, you know? Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's an official after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? You're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Victim ID's number? Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. The people that tightly on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long, and we have to remember this. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? ID number of the victim at the police department. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning, it has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? It tells me, something about... Wait, what? Yes, that's Goodman's ID. It was the person that was murdered at the police department. What? Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office, two places, two detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright Ace. Personal ID is top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID numbers were from the chief earlier. That started with... I forgot. Didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. But wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as attack, right? Oh, sharp as attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. What we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time in a completely different location. Order! Chief, what does this mean? No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now just wait a second, Worthy, no need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Oh, didn't you hear me? Again. The oversight. The grave error? Mr. Hedgeworth. They're yours. What? Oh there. We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news. Of course. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Excuse me, but is Mr. Hedgeworth, anywhere in the premise? I'm here still at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Don't mean him! According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. The Hedgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. It did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. And no such luck this time, Worthy. Should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, good to unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until connection was proven in court. Okay, the connection was just proven by Righto over there. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Okay. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in a defendant's cell just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Hedgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. And if it's the last thing I do, you better get rid of this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Hedgeworth. Okay. I don't think there has ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution as requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Hedgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not this easy. Very well. Court is adjourned. Okay. Yes, I want to save my progress. Okay, so back at the investigation then. February 23, 2:15 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Office. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see, what is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What is in the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. That she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. February 23, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only a victim who was killed in the evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. Just, we're both professionals. We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that old drum washed it all away. You know the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? The situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Well, this sticky stuff, you know, you can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor, I can't even drink yet. We're testing blood stains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You want an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find some blood stain. Okay, so here, I guess? No? Here. Okay. Examine. I can see a ray shining behind those glasses. So is this a blood stain? It's so... nah, you're shaking. It's just... this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Oh, okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this scientifically? The blood stain's location, the amount of blood. Let's see. The location and the amount. The amount seems like really small. Blood stains location. Is there something strange about the location? I'm not sure. The amount? The preparator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'll be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. They fought here, they'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor grounds where we found the blood stain, okay? Yeah. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. And let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of the day. Yeah, it feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ah, I wonder how that friend of yours would react to a nice deli box. Mister, you only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day old deli box is on the house. Sorry, just that kind of that doesn't really get my mouth watering. Okay. You certainly put me on a tight spot today. My apologies, Mr. Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see? I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the event from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Oh, I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph had something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, mister? Yes, I was a long time ago, well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouth of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lodge. Well, let go. I'm fired. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. If there's a crime and proper prosecutors that don't let me go, I'd still be one today. So because of that case, the SL9 incident. Oh! So it's... okay, SL9! Wait, she doesn't mean... Okay, I'm going to present her the knife because that's a scary coincidence. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. Written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know? Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was used for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. You think you could tell us more about this SL9 incident? Yeah, so we already know that. Okay, so nothing more. That's strange. Let's see. Detention center. Do we have anything to do? February 23. Detention center. Visitors room. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Grunt say that they arrested a suspect in the police department mender? Let's come back later. Yeah. Okay, so criminals affair. February 23, police station, criminal affairs department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. It makes my head hurt. Well, first thing first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating, but don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, February 23, police department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Okay. Gas station. February 23. Evidence room entrance. Guard station. Oh, so it's not the same evidence room as we were as one we were in the previous cases. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh, what's wrong? Those cacti, they are so pricky, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. You can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Okay. It looks like there is a video feed from the evidence room here. There is a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Mm-hmm. There is a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a new uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A punchy? A pinchy? I know, a poachy. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Yipes, those sure are tricky, that they must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. Also, encased in a concrete shell, with spines pointing at every direction, just like her. I'm not sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Okay. This swinging door makes this place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went it through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch! I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. Okay. Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Okay. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone permission to go in there first. Okay. Hmm. Nothing more. Okay, so let's go back to the underground parking lot, I guess. What? What can we say or present to whoever talked about the case, the SL9? Hmm. Not. I'm not sure to understand. Detention center, nothing. So. Does not seem like there is anything on. Can I examine more? I don't see. Yep, pretty red, alright. Why did Miss Kite choose this car? What model car is it? I think it was for the sedan or coupe, something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Maybe it is about time I got my driver's license. Star climbed over this fence. I think so, yes. And that fence is 9 feet high at least. Well, no time like the present, I think I'll give it a little try. Hey! It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there is a lunch and Olympics team. Okay. That's where we found that note. There is a 9 incident. The case that was due for transfer on the day of the murder. The detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case the SL9 incident thing was. Kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. This rope, is it? Yep, they did out on that. Wait. It must have had when the killer closed. Okay, so nothing more, I guess. There's something that could interesting to present. Don't think the ID would be. Hmm. Maybe we can show her the ID. I had one of those happen 2 years ago, back when you were the cover queen, right? Found this ID card here in the in this parking lot. Well, there is no missing in that. It's definitely good, man. But it's the same idea as the man who was killed in a police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so, Phoenix Wright said something about this photo, there was something, I'm not sure what he said, I don't remember exactly, but maybe I need to show her, I don't know. Think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get frustrated sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes? In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole in my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes weren't the problem, mister. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Okay, that incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We are nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was going to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was I never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort, made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with this case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Okay. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and it was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, just lunches yourself? There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this hacker's office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Starhawk boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, you find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes? Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with his threat. Steak lunch receipts from Mr. Officer Marshall in a good mood. Huh. Mister? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister through cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister. It made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. Would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We are putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Okay, so let's go to... let's go to... Oh, something new here? Police Department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe? There was no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm busy, man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunch None. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now is no time for despair. We've got our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean? You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. And the perpetrator, you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. The biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch. Pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Okay. Wait, don't leave. You want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay. Let's see. What station? No, it's not here, so we can just go to where do I want to go? To the detention center. February 23, detention center, visitors room. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Gunman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. What? Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Hedros anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. So, you're a guardian at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, it isn't easy. You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Mickens reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Yeah? What? Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! Oh, I can hear you fine, Officer Mickens. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there is a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yeah! What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First thing first, tell us how you hurt your hand. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed the knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman has disappeared. What? And when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow, sir! Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. I don't need to cry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Rose Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with suicide puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. You know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as stranger or a total stranger, then I say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light and or other creatures for comfort. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Okay. That's really strange. So... Maybe I can make him look at the knife? I don't know. So Mickens, this is for you. I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir. My dream, sir. I was being killed. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Okay. Huh. Let's... Is there anything yes. Maybe the good man's ID? Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's what. My head was a blank until this very moment. But here, now, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what is it you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I don't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room. I asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leaped him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto the other before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Mickens, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Mickens didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? He told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on the tape. Uh-huh. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, guess we'd better go check out the crime scene. Okay. Oh, something new here? Police station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you sure this is all, You know what this means if there is anything missing? Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage can, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir! We'll score the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Aha! Righto, my boy! How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Grant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Okay. Is that was going to be okay? Oh, was he? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yep, well, they had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. I mean, the incident on Guard Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. But wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why is that just about anything to restore that? They do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for worse. What? Uh-huh. It's downright hard, I'll tell you. The detective getting killed on the turf too, I mean. They are blaming the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in two locations at the same time. That's what he said. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all of our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. No, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff, secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trapped shut. And you was the one you were picking on earlier? Ah, you saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that they wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Maybe he can give us more information about Woodman? I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Ah, sorry, Righto, I'm through with that stuff. Through, I said. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there, the bloody one. The guy who can't sit still? You mean the detective gumshoe? I know him of the dancing blue badger. Okay. So no. Maybe you can tell us more about the SL9 incident? No. Okay. Can I move? To the gas station? No. He's still not here. So let's go back to Criminal Affairs Department. I probably have to present him something to like make him talk. But what do I have to present him? Uh-huh. No. Okay, I'll just present him everything, huh? Until he says something. No. No, not again. Yeah, nothing. Maybe I have to go back to the underground parking lot. She's still there, so I don't think there is something more we can do here. My prosecutor's office. We didn't go there, so maybe there is something to do here. My prosecutor's office, room 1202. Well, this place has a classy today. Is as classy today as it was yesterday, and I'm sure it'll be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, it was not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Yeah, so nothing here. So let's go back. Detention center. I didn't try everything on him, so maybe I should try. Go ahead, sir. Laugh at me, sir. Huh? I know what you want to say. You're going to tell me, oh, she was one just like it. Me? Why would I? I know, sir, I know. I'm the only one who, without a girl with matching badge. No way, I'm alone, all alone. Is that so wrong? Life isn't all about high school sweetheart and useful romance, sir. Is he talking about those badges on her coat? I'd like to think there is a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. What? Okay. Yeah, so I already yeah, I already showed him that. So let's look at the other. Okay. Yeah, that's not yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. No, again. Hey, why do you have that? That's from the day it was taken at the prosecutor's office? The day a Detective Goodman was found in the trunk. So this means I'm a free man, innocent. This is a dream, sir. Then I hope I never wake up. If this is a dream, you'd better wake up right now. Okay. So, no. So the knife we already showed him, and that's nothing. Okay, nothing more, so I don't think why I need to do something, but what do I need to do exactly? I already presented everything, I think. Not sure I understand what I need to do. there something I missed? Wait, I did not try to examine, but is here, so maybe there is something more. Um. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? See over here, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away a last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You have something? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21. Better make a note of that just in case. Find lost item report and it's a report record. Okay. I should really get back to investigating the police department, frankly. Yeah. Okay, actually I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought that they would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow 50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just go to show, you never know until you ask. Are you here? You can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's a no-no. Just run along and do your best now, later first. Okay. Hey, it looks pretty cool on my lap, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Okay, so let's move back at the quad station. Evidence room in beyond that door, and we have the ID card from Chief Grant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card regular is turned off, see? What is the security guard thinking? Howdy, partner. Well, what made my bambina sky so gray? Officer Marshall, why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him, look for? And you may have surmised that this here is my saloon. We had to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw, that card you got there on your chest. That's better than a tourist part in his past. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing there for? Go ahead, get along, little doggies. The crime scene is waiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you vampires. You're Ferdinand? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with a sombrero. Okay. I was wondering if he could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the white prairie, like a gunslinger loading a six-shooter. I say a little prayer. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. He had no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Yeah? I was wondering if he could talk to you. Okay. So, present. That smell. Remind me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, mister. What's this? What's wrong? Feel a steak lunch? I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything, snack. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Okay. Gas station. Mr. Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right? You've got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Mickens at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy? Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Mickey. That does something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So what were you doing at around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, the Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There is no need for people here anymore. Those newfangled machines do a banged job at keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machine much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Mister told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Mister, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There's something you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. That's right. The evidence transfer. Edwards was talking about the transfers too. I know maybe 2 of the machines in here too. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steak. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. These are the one that Officer Mickens mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Officer Mickens and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. The security guard and you recon? One more thing, when you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card, not the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. So we can see already that Detective Goodman was here at 5:14 p.m. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there is some way I can prove that that record is tied to the stabbing. Okay. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transfer thing is about? Keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They kept here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. We can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So now, what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transfer. We do it every February. I see now. Transfer is like a funeral for our cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. That happened to SN9 2 days ago. Okay, evidence room. Let's go there. February 23, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over the investigation must be over there. So this is evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyard that's supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice tries, Mr. Wright, but you can't scare me. Oh, whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I would not recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Right, oh please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate the room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Guns will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today, boss for a day. But guess what? No permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Geez, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Scene of the stabbing of the detective at the PD. Evidence room. Floor plans added to the courtroom. Okay, so let's talk. Boss for a day. So Detective Gamshu, your boss for the day? That's right. No. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They are using yesterday's finding to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in there, the two Detective Gamshu? Aha, of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe Mr. Hedgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Hedgeworth is with the Inquiry Committee right now, right? They are trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess of it for today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Hedgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. He's also tied to the SL9 incident? Why is it? Why is everyone linked to this case? That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Hedgeworth. Maybe you can get him to tell us more about the case? They don't locker. This place is more high-tech than you might think. The locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID card can be lost. Why, I'm on a maxed out card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. Those are the latest models. There is a trick to the handle, see? The handles. On the other side of the handle is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, you get a shock. If that's what happened, Johan would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint lock. They don't look at it to the court record. Okay. Let's examine that. Oh, wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There is a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy with that fake coat was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for wrench technique. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shot. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if the detective should put this here. There you go, pal, making him out with some kind of stuff. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breaking down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like the detective actually leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not sure about the dreams. I won't open. You really think it would? Hey, pal, security is high-tech around here. Oh, some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gold Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You can judge a person or a machine by the cover. You gotta look at their heart. Okay. Well, that's certainly something that shouldn't be here. What's this? Blood! It's a little one, but there is definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out. Okay, I do that after I've looked at everything. What is so and paint doing here? Seems the dawn of time, true heart has always been a war against oppression. Gumshoe, what are you talking about? True heart? I noticed that there is blue and yellow pens here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the blue badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, the evidence room. Okay. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Mike Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case. You know? You mean SN9? Does have a tag on it. Rubber glove added to the court record. Okay. Wait. Extremely thin rubber glove? It does seem like it does look like the gloves wait. The glove. Yeah, that's no, maybe they're not. They don't seem like they are white. Okay, that's not the same thing. Okay. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Big Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SN9 incident, pal. Is a sticker on one of the pieces here? Another piece of SN9 evidence. I wonder what shape those pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ah, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good time 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Okay. Huh. So, we are searching for, is that? No, it does not seem like, huh. Okay. So, let's see, what part of that would go on here? Oh, but you can rotate it. Okay. Left or right? Okay. Let's see. So no. I don't think it's that. Let's see. No. No. Okay. Okay, that's the right thing. Let's see. that's yeah, that's the top of the thing, so it can't be that. I guess that's also something that goes on somewhere around the top. That's also something that goes on the top, I think. So let's see that. Yeah, it does seems like it. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's that. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it's that. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I cannot understand how it got broken. Stable jar added to the courtroom. Okay. If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem like a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I make sure to remember the next time I make a jar. Okay. Let's see. Look, this one's open. The red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. We must have taken the content elsewhere. Okay, nothing else. I guess I can just try the luminol now. Let's see. Oh, that's does seem like a lot of blood. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of that locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Of course. Okay. I knew it. This is someone Wright handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. Do that for me, won't you, pal? It's an important clue. I jot it down on the floor plan. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Okay. Is there other blood we should which we should find. Let's see. So no blood on Goodman's. Okay, I guess it's that. Nothing more? No. Let's present him the evidence, so maybe he'll talk about it. That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything card and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number. Too scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe rebel against the system. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Hedgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for my diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering why the award a shield, and why is it broken? Oh, there is a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Don't please forgot. In Mr. Hedgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Hedgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean. I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Hedgeworth. Yeah. This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood. Art was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony, but there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took the blue badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they say it was shameful or something like that. Shameful! I told night and day. I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can't see why they moved it. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Yes? If you know nothing about something, you can't say anything about that same thing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Detective Goodman's note and that sweet late night. I bet that Ross was the most surprised of anyone because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Hedgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Hedgeworth was the man to be killed. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Okay. Allow me to say one thing. Okay. That's the photo that Miss Stahl took. Anything you can tell us about it? That Miss Stahl is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. Okay. So same thing with the nut. No. Okay, so I mean, yeah, that's okay, so you can't open the locker and if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. No, the police department backspace its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed in here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Yeah. Allow me to say one thing. Yeah. And that. Okay, so no, nothing more. Oh, I can talk about him. I can talk to him about the SN9 incident. That's what I wanted to say. Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. Okay, so even worse than the murder, serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Hedgeworth built his case around that to nab him. This was 2 years ago. That put Mr. Hedgeworth right in the spotlight and started to rumor mill. Remorse. But forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Goodman was the detective in charge of the SN9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife, the victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Yeah, I guess. I didn't show him anything. Maybe I can have more information. This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. This is Officer Marshall. Show us that ID card record again. Okay. Look, the first number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there is only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Wait, what did Officer Mickens say? So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed the knife at Officer Mickens? Right, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. ID card record added to the courtroom. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show his list to other people with IDs here. Okay. I want to see. Let's check that. So, okay, I know this is Bruce Goodman. Someone entered the room at 4:50 and at 5:14. That's strange. What? Who is this person? Is it Mickens? That's strange. Why would he go there 2 times? Let's move in the evidence room and present that to him. Maybe he can tell me something. If you take a look, this is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Hedgeworth! What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Hedgeworth. What? What? ID card record updated in the court record. Okay, why would Hedgeworth have to come to the evidence room? Huh. Okay. Yes, but that was like 35 minutes before the murder. I don't see why it would make any difference. Okay. Let's go, I guess. So nothing more. Maybe I can have more information. I don't know. She raced back in the Wild West and didn't play much faith in evidence. But the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither white nor west here. Ah, but that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so. I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll try everything. That's not a problem. Wait. Goodman had lost something. Maybe he lost his card. That would explain some of the problems that happened here. I guess. um, mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So nothing more. Yeah. Nothing more. Also. No, that's not what I wanted to do. In the list. Is there something on the list? No. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's move. Let's go back. Police department entrance. No. So let's go to the detention center. Let's present. Sir Mickens, could you take a look at this? Sorry, sir, but I have no idea. Okay. Move. Can you at least say if there is really your ID there? Let's see. Can she give us something? You, yes? No. Okay. Let's move. So here, maybe? No. Hmm. So, what do I do now? Uh, yeah, he's not here, so here is there something I have to do here? I showed every evidence, so I don't think it was not here. I showed I didn't show every evidence. Maybe. No. Hmm. The contact shot, criminal affairs. The beginning isn't obvious. That thing. The mystery of a victim death. How could one man be killed in two places simultaneously? Well, you see, go to the police department, evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Oh, Mr. Hedgeworth, I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those remarks. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. Was there was that business with him not reading that officer's report? About the killing at the police department, right? Chief of police was right about that, but I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edward. Yeah. So what do I do now? Background, police department. Is there something I forgot? I don't know. I don't see anything. Hmm. That's strange. What did I miss? Uh, hmm. Quad station. Did I miss something in the evidence room? Oh, okay. There's something there. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this, but if led out the door, this just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What's this? It's called luminol testing kit. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the kids. Where did you get this, Emma? You always buy it by mail order? Well, I'd better jot this down on the forklift. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? Just that Mr. Hedgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problem? Hey, it's Mr. Hedgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Okay, I should probably see that what Edgeworth has to say too. Okay, so now I suppose I can go see Edgeworth. If you don't, police department entrance, underground parking lot, High Prosecutor's Office, February 23, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Eh? What are you doing here? Guest, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Hedgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He had the hotel bring him tea service. Mr. Hedgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Okay, let's talk. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communication error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again? Again? I've heard them say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. To the police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Grant. Again, I can do nothing but wait for his result. I see. Why? I ask you why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen this out of thought. Okay. Let's see. Can you take a look at that, please? Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? Record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Grant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that happened half a year ago. That wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence. Screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Okay. Let's check. Tax says I-16. What has got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes sense. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Right, please, I'm the prosecutor of this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss this case with you over a cup of tea? I passed on the tea. Just tell me about the case. So right, Mr. Hedgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just throw in my best evidence I can get some reaction out of him. Hmm. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No. The best evidence? What do you mean, the best evidence? Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's try every evidence, huh? Oops. Wait. It has to do with that case you were on, the SN9 incident, and some dark suspicions you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, it's worse. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SN9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gunn. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Oh, you get nervous too, Mr. Hedgeworth? What I want to know is why he was a deputy chief of police on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We were not get a verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, he didn't? Of course not. He didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win the trial. However, I have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this luminol testing field, Well then, you might have used for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and those fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving this to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprint set and fingerprint file received. Okay, well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Yes, me too. Okay. Move. Let's move. Police department entrance. Gas station. Evidence room. Evidence room, sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Okay, right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. Finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose a finger that will have led behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. That finger, I guess? Well, if it's the clearer one, maybe that? Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you what it's done. We're starting to get that sparkle in our eyes. First, we sprinkled the aluminum powder around. How do you do that? With the enter, see? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake, see? Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, I won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. Okay. Oh, okay. Aha, you did it, you found one. This looks nothing like a fingerprint. Not that you mentioned it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have one close. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down, that's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. There was another handprint there. I'm sure we'll need to investigate that. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door against closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside of the bloody handprints as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside of the blood. Here? Uh-huh. Yeah, your print so clearly it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. We are not done yet? That's quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Hedgeworth. I can't hide the person you think left those prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? It's Dick Gumshoe. Aha! So this prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there is always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yes. Where we got the luminol field reaction, right? Right, there was a handprint there, here. Okay, want to try using this? They got their eyes sparkling again. Check for print. Okay, let's check for print. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? Yeah, the area with blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no print. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the one left by the bloody hands. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Huh. Hey, those fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Subject Marshall? Marshall fingerprints added to the court record. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in a crime. Nah. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's print. The luminal reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh! So we have Jake's Marshall fingerprints on the white blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall? Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Okay. Save the progress. Trial former. Okay, February 24, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in two different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scene. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope the data told you too long for questioning. Just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how did it go? Does Mr. Wright suspect? The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky? We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? You have to play the cards with that. Is that right, Miss Sky? What you have to do, Mr. Wright? I wonder if he really has something to do with this case. Like, more than just being involved in the SL9 incident, I mean. February 24, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was staying at those places at the same time. That's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I heard the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Hedgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that what set Mr. Hedgeworth apart is also on top of things, and though he doesn't know what's going on himself. That's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Hedgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution called the suspect of the murders that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh boy, things are getting wild from the get-go. Yes, but will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is that would be murderer, sir. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. Can't fault him for lack of enthusiasm. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do unto the two others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, no, there is a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. Blue Badger? Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to that evidence room? Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed to the room. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is, I found it. This is the one right here. Would you please read us the number? Yes, sir, it's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh? But the number is shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time is when I went to get him after everything settled down. I see, so it was during the second time when... Yes, sir, that was when I spotted the man on the security screen that I added to the ID card record. Something tells me that the first number on the ID card record will be important. Okay. I was only doing what I was trained to do, so I was suddenly attacked. Okay. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir, a knife! Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. Weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your hand wouldn't be. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life. Then I did it. What exactly do you mean by when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. We took his knife, I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see, he must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew, yes, he punched me right in my face, sir. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that I was unconscious? Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things get out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. What the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Mickens? With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Grant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. What? But then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder? Just what we are getting ourselves into. Uh-huh. Okay. What? Okay, so he... Okay, that's when... Okay. That camera really does seem strange. Of course! Okay, and then... He just disappeared? What? What is that? Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with this unsettling feeling stirred within us? What the hell was that ringing piece of plywood? Sir, this is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's a blue badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video added to the court record. What? Okay. Well, yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness didn't encounter someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Minkins? Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. Mystery Man! His face can be clearly seen in the video, but there is no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What is about the fingerprint? The detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. This lock ensures that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradiction. There, that's where I have to start. Mystery Man. This can be clearly seen in the video. Yeah. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife. Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe it would be classified as the latter. The latter? You were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. But there is no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Since his face can be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stairs as disturbing Mickens. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claim that the man who brandished the knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. That's not something you want to say in a courtroom, Mickens. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of method it is tried. The man opened the locker lock, which only corresponds to its registered fingerprints. Then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. And this too. Locker if open is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. Sir, how do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir, they keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. Seriously? For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened up the locker with his own fingerprint. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video, the man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir, please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, and it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. It's alright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? Yeah? He just disappeared? What? Why is no one, Regarding the video contained in this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Hedgeworth, suppose we have to the defense point out to us that alleged contradiction in the video. You would want me to point it out? Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. Can do it, Mr. Wright. I've set it so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates... okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Huh. Okay, so mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Wait a minute. Is the knife really the knife that was... Wait. But the knife was supposed to be, destroyed. How do you call that? It's not the handle, it's yeah, it was broken. Let's try that, I guess. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be this. Hold on a second, I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it. Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine? Don't look at me with those bleary eyes. Before your eyes get you teary, perhaps you should think this through again, Now what do I do? Okay, so... Return to cross-examination. Maybe I should return to cross-examination, but I don't see what can I say. I think the only thing I can do is like look at the video, but I really don't see what. Let's play the video again. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt. There's the one pointing this finger at us. I will now play the security tape. Okay. I don't understand what do I need to do. Wait, look, let's go back at the beginning. So, okay, let's play. Wait, so when, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Ah! That's not what I wanted to do. So, okay, so when a locker is locked, the light is not is off. Let's see if and okay, so the light is on, which means the locker is already like unlocked, I guess. I think that's what we are supposed to find in that video. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Mickens. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Yes. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Yeah. Here, notice the light? What's this? Already lit? That's precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Order! What's the meaning of this? Very simple, Your Honor. The locker was unlocked on the day of the crime. The locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know, it must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor will detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, just goes to show novices would keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes, why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor! Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something? Jam the system sensor? Jam the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker was unlocked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. And I think I know that. Fast forward. When he opens the lock, let's see. Ah! There. Present. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Ah! What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll grenades and distances when we can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Oh, not again! We know that! Please! Stop showing the video! This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my virtual vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie shoots me. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical current. It needs to be an insulator. Yes, and we can prove that because we have yes, an insulator. We have, but at the crime scene, that might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? It was that extremely thin rubber glove. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening a locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Mickens? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order! So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Not me, Mr. Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edwards? The defense has merely demonstrated the possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. Prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Mr. Miggins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is that a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Mm-hmm. Mystery Man 2. There is one other thing that proves that the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. Yes, but the ID card was at the other scene of crime. That's not how it works. When an ID card is used, there is a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this card. An ID card record? I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. Yes, the ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, it is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several non-drug cases should have been due for transfer. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hand stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transfer there, and most were cleaned up by noon. Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Okay. There is one other thing that proves that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. So unlike your young testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. My hand wasn't wrapped in bandages. I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir. And he just used his right hand for that. Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. To enter the evidence room, one must use the ID card. Is that card hanging from the neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times might I get stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. When an ID card is used, there is a record of it. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that's what it is. Detective Goodman. What the matter? According to this, Mr. Hedgeworth, your name is on there. So it is, Your Honor. Not the prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he handled this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Mommy, that man is a murderer. Shh, don't stare at him. You got the wrong color, kid. And it would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. They have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. For Mr. Hedgeworth, it must be so difficult for him. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this trial. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled the knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe just panic? Everything stems from contradiction. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Hedgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got. Okay. So I have to show them the ID card, I think. Present. the ID card. It was at the prosecutor's office crime scene, so he couldn't have used this card to enter. Wait one moment, Officer Mickens. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. A very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report is only half completed, but it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, the Goodman was not carrying his card. Order! So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't require much thought. The man Officer Minkins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:50 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Mickens encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes? What's this up to? Seriously, Phoenix, you don't understand? He's just gonna prove that the man that was at the prosecutor's thing was in fact Goodman, and there it is. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. The victim in this video is a fake, and the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is, well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. That isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Hedgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So, the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, the prosecutor's office. The murder hung behind Miss Lana's car, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Yes, of course. You do seem to... I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many in question unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Minkins encountered, and where did the person disappear to? However, his trial purposed to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana... What do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object, I guess? Objection! One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Mm-hmm. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. The Hedgeworth, yes, Your Honor, it is court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. The prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. It just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright? You mean, Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testified, what is his or her name? Jake Marshall. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? Not let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he knows he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. What? Okay. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Okay. February 24, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. There is no stopping you in there, Mr. Wright. Huh? What do you mean? The court for Jake Marshall. It seems you've figured everything out. Huh? I haven't figured anything out. Anna, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happy of people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay, so have you got what I asked? Oh! You mean this, right? My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Would I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I need them by noon. Talk about crazy. SL9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were in a witness in that case. These guys, what was a witness? SL9 incident files received from Lana Sky. Joe Dark killings, sold 2 years ago. Okay. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. What? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? My name is in here? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Nana, this Ansel 9 incident. Is that... That's the classification number the police fielded under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killing. The Joe Dark... No, no, Lana. That's over with. No! Emma, wait! She ran away. You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall and just start Damon Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to the killings 2 years ago. It can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Better take a good look at this file. Okay. To be continued. Okay, so... Okay, so... It's almost time I stop the stream. And I think I don't have time to finish the game, so I'll stop there and continue next time. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next week, same day, same hour to finish the game. I suppose. I hope it's not long enough to take me 2 weeks to finish, and I'll see you next time. So thanks everything for watching. Bye.